Welcome to Anywho Pod with your boy JC, and we are back. And again, we talking preseason, man. We here for another episode of preseason, man. Let's talk about let's talk about the WNBA. Cause guess what? Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces did it again, bro. They went ahead and they got themselves another ring, bro. And it was great to see. Definitely great to see. They defeat the Mercury 97-86. Asia Wilson dropping 31 points, bro. 9 boards, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. And then, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray came in dropping 18 points each. Drew Lloyd had 12 points in there. Feel me? They all around great game for the Aces. Great season for the Aces. They started off rough. They caught fire halfway through the season. Then they took that momentum into the postseason and winning themselves a ring. This is the third ring in 4 years. Asia Wilson, bro, let's talk about it, bro, because I think she has to be the best WNBA player in history, bro. I know we don't like to say it. I know we like to hold on to history, but listen, bro, Asia Wilson definitely, she got my vote for the GOAT. She definitely got my vote for the GOAT because other than her, it's Candace Parker, and I feel like with all her accolades, stats, and she's still going. She's still playing. I feel like her career, she's just going to end up being the best player of all time. She is the only player in the W and in the NBA to win NBA MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, get on offensive first team, defensive first team, finals MVP. Bro, what are we talking about? Like, what is we really talking about, bro? Just to add on to the ranks that she already got, bro. The MVPs that she already got, bro. The first teams and defensive teams that she already got, defensive player of the years that she already got. I'm just saying, bro, it's coming down to just being like too much in her case. It's gonna be too much in her trophy case, bro. I know Bam Adebayo over there is sick, bro. His case don't look nowhere near her case. Let me pull up all her accolades just so I can see all her accolades because it's a lot of them. You feel me? It's definitely a lot of them. She's a 3-time champion, 2 times Finals MVP, 4-time MVP regular season, 3 times Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time All-Star, time first team, and 1 second team, 4-time defensive first team, 2 times peak performer, 2-time scoring champion, 5-time block leader, bro. 2 times best in WNBA player SP award, bro. What we talking about? She dominated in college, dominated in high school. Like, what do we talk about, bro? I think she just might be the best WNBA player of all time. Holla at me in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, bro. Because I feel like she's the best WNBA player of all time, bro. She the one. She the one. There's nobody else can really go up there with her. Candace, she done. Maya Moore up there too. That's one of my favorites up there. You got Cheryl Swoops. You feel me? Up there too, bro. But Asia, she just outlasted them all, bro. She just outlasted them all. So shout out to Asia Wilson. Shout out to the Las Vegas Aces. Also shout out to the Mercury. Shout out to the Khalid Cooper. She's straight from North. You feel what I'm saying? She put up a valiant effort. She dropped 30 buckets out there trying to get a W and a losing effort out there. It sucks that Sabule was injured because that was one of their main players, one of their main pieces. She was like the number 2 option besides AT over there. And yeah, it sucks. You feel me? It definitely sucks. She was like number 2, number 3 over there besides AT. So that was one of their main players, and she went down. She had a concussion, couldn't come back for the next game 4, and they ended up getting swept. But we'll see how they do next year. This was one of those years where it was just good to see them get to the finals because they've been knocking on the door. Them in Connecticut, they were knocking on the door, and with the moves that everybody made in the offseason, Connecticut losing a couple players that they lost, Mercury gaining players that they gained. Listen, and then Khalid Cooper stepping up and becoming one of the best scorers in WNBA league right now. So shout out to them. Listen, y'all can come back next year. Y'all can be right back here next year, bro. Versus the Las Vegas Aces once again, bro. Y'all can be up there once again, checking out with them, bro. Another review because we know who coming back. I definitely thought they needed a break. They definitely needed a breather. It's hard to three-peat. I wanted to see them three-peat. They couldn't three-peat. It was a lot of injuries, a lot of fatigue. They just couldn't get over the hump last year in the postseason. with the reset, some of the pieces that they added in the offseason, bro. I mean, shout out to Kelsey Plum. We lost Plum Dog, you feel me? But it was a good addition adding Drew Lloyd to the championship squad, bro. You come on over here, get you a ring too, sis. And listen, bro, Asia Wilson, bro. We'll see what she do next year, bro. She get another. Come on, bro. Come on. She about to be Bill Russell out here. Bill Russell with the rings. In other news, though, listen, LeBron is injured, bro. LeBron is injured. He will be sidelined. He has something called sciatica. Never heard of this before. I'm not gonna lie to you. They say it's a golfing injury, actually. And you know I mean like the golf, but no. He got sciatica, which affected his right side, his glutes, his groin, the whole bottom half is his body, bro. You feel me? The legs, the feet, all that. You feel what I'm saying? They saying that aches and pains, bro. It's a nerve injury, and I don't know if you ever had a nerve injury. Those hurt. You know, they definitely hurt. They also saying that this could be due to late age, workload. He will be reevaluated. He won't come back, but he will be reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. Meaning, Brian will miss the beginning of the season. Definitely will miss the beginning of the season. Probably will miss the first 3 to 4 games. Maybe he may miss the whole first month. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what are we talking about here? We talking about the Lakers. Can the Lakers survive being in the A without my man Brian, bro? What is the offense going to look like without my man Brian? Can they survive without my man Brian? Is the defense going to be good without my man Brian? I'm here to tell y'all, I don't know. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Have y'all been watching preseason? I watched the 2 preseason games against the Warriors. I don't really remember. Oh, I did. I definitely remember a little bit of the Phoenix game, but I remember the 2 Warrior games the most. Now, their offense. The Lakers have an offense where they run horns, where they run Bron and Luka on the elbow of the free throw line. Austin Reeves brings the ball up. He dumps the ball off to Luka. Luka makes the decision whether he's going to drive or he's going to pass, because on the strong side of the basketball, we have a pin down screen set by either Austin Reeves or Bron. You feel what I'm saying? So you see Bron is on that elbow side of the free throw line. You feel me? And they dump the ball off to Luka on this side, and then Reeves runs to this side, and he do some type of 2-man action with Bron over here, where he either sets a pick or receives a pick. And while that's going on right there, what Luka doing over here on this side is he's looking at the defender at the bottom of the box in the dunker spot down here. And if that defender is focused on everything that's going on here with LeBron and Austin Reeves over here, the wing player that's on the 3, that corner side over here, he be open. I hope you can see everything I got going on here. A lot going on over there in the air quotes. You feel me? With that going on right there, with Bron in that position right there, he can make decisions. When Luka passes the ball to Bron right there, he can give it to AR, he can give it to the wing player, or he can hit the post right there. Short roll type situations. Or Luka can keep it, Brock can go over there and set a pick and roll type situation. With that being said, you see how much LeBron has to do with that going on right there. Because it's LeBron in that spot right there, he commands a lot of attention on the court. We call that gravity. He has a lot of gravity over there on that side of the court. So he makes the defense focus on him and all the actions that's going on over there. Without LeBron over there, you put somebody else over there, I don't think we're worried about what's going on over there with Austin Reeves and this random player over here. That's what I'm saying. Without Brian right there, who really cares about what's going on over there? You feel what I'm saying? It's not the same amount of gravity. It's the same thing when KD left Steph Curry. He didn't have the same amount of gravity, so it's a little harder for him to get open shots. You feel what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Same thing with Klay Thompson. He don't get the same amount of open shots that he gets in Dallas as he got in Golden State. You feel what I'm saying? Gravity. That's what we call gravity. You feel what I'm saying? So without LeBron and his gravity, I don't know how the Lakers are going to survive with that type of offense. I think what they're going to end up doing is doing a lot of what we've seen in the preseason, which was a lot of dribble handoffs with DeAndre Ayton, and the shooters that we got is Gabe Vincent, Lavaria, Jake the Great Lake. You feel what I'm saying? Austin Reeves, and Connect. A couple handoffs, running handoffs, things over there. You feel my man JJ. You know how JJ like to rock. You know what JJ was when he was playing. He was a shooter, so he got all the moves to get shooters open. This is really going to depend on what Luka got going on, what Austin Reeves got going on, and what DeAndre Ayton has going on. They can put DeAndre Ayton in that LeBron spot. He doesn't command the same amount of gravity, but maybe we trust his playmaking ability over there in that area right there in that role. I don't know. I haven't seen him play make like that before, but I have seen him make a good read. I've seen him make good reads before. Also, we could just do something different. We could just have him set down pin downs and do straight into pick and roll action with Luka over there once Luka receives the ball from Austin Reeves. I don't know. I do have faith that Austin Reeves is going to step up this year and he's going to be a big factor, and he might be one of those. He might actually ascend into number 2 status. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, I got Austin Reeves as if I was building a championship squad, I would want him to be a number 3 option or a solid role player option for a championship team. Like number three option. You feel me? Bradley Beal. Think of Bradley Beal. Think of Chris Bosh. Guys like that. Drawing blank for some reason. But guys like that, I think he will be a solid number 3. I think he already a solid number 3. I feel like we're creeping into that number 2 rule, that Robin rule. I feel like that's where we creeping into. And I feel like this year, if he steps up and he can fulfill that number 2 role, and Luka does what Luka does, and he does what everything he did over there in Eurobasket, I want to see over here in the NBA. I want to see skinny Luka over here in the NBA doing the same situation, same stuff. You feel me? If we can get that, and DeAndre Ayton just do what DeAndre Ayton does, give me 18 and 20. I mean, because we need the rebounds. That's what we're going to need. They should be okay. The defense, I'm going to be a little worried about because of the IQ. I just need the IQ up there. But Brian is still going to be on the sideline. Obviously, Brian's still going to be on the sideline. You got JJ on the sideline. Marcus Smart, Vando, rim protection by DA, rim protection by Jackson Hayes. They should be all right. But this is one of those seasons where they're going to have to win all the games that they have to win. You can't drop games against the Brooklyn Nets. You feel what I'm saying? You got to win those games right there. You can't drop games against the Wizards. You got to win against the Trailblazers. You got to win against these teams that you're supposed to win against. You can't lose against those teams. This is one of those type of years. These are years where every game really counts, bro. The regular season really going to count for the Lakers because you can't go into this conference and go on 6-game losing streaks, 7-game losing streaks when everybody else is doing the regular NBA thing, winning their games, dropping one here, dropping one there, because the Western Conference is really that competitive. Last year, there was like 3 to 4 spots, from like 3 all the way down to like 8th was all within one game, half a game. Listen, this is going to be a very important year for Luka, bro. This is going to be one of those very important years for Luka, bro. I don't know. Can Luka step up and be MVP caliber? That's what we need him to do. He needs to step up, be MVP caliber. That's the only way this team got a shot, bro. They are a dark horse for the finals. They are a dark horse for getting to the Western Conference Finals, bro. Can they get to the Western Conference Finals? I'm going to say I don't got them down for getting to the Western Conference Finals. I got them getting down for bouncing in the second round. But anything can happen when you got LeBron and you got Luka. We don't got a healthy Bron. We got to see what Bron going to look like into this year right here. What are we on, year 22 now? Year 22? 23. I'm sorry, we're on year 23. It's the 23rd year. You know, I thought he was done when he won that last ring in the bubble, 2020, about 6 years ago, y'all. About 6 years ago, I thought, my man, like that ring right there, I could tell that was going to be the last ring. When he got that ring, I could tell that was going to be the last ring. I understand why he wanted them to play. I understand everything that was going on that year. I understood why he was like, let's play basketball, because this was definitely, that was like the last year of him being super athletic, him being super involved on the defensive end, offensive end, him being able to carry games, start to finish, him being able to carry a team through a series, all that. We don't got that no more, bro. We got a LeBron that can score in spurts, and he'll pick his moments in the game. You feel me? Save a lot of his energy for the end of the game. He here to win. He's not here to score a billion points. He's not here to stuff the stat sheet. He here to win. Like, he here to solely win. He know how to win the game. He here to win. His IQ like that. I came here to win. So they're going to have to lead LeBron to the promised land. They're going to have to put LeBron in the situations where he can do his thing and win the game, if that makes sense to y'all. You feel me? We need to put him in games where it's close enough for him to actually have the impact that he needs to have. Other than that, it don't make no sense. So they're going to have to really do their thing. I don't know, y'all. I'm nervous for the Lakers. I feel like this is a fair assessment. Y'all going to probably be, let's say, Laker Nation, bro, probably going to be something like 5th, 6th in the West, something like that in that area. And that's legit, bro. That's out of play-in territory. That's all they need. They need to be out of play-in territory. They don't want to be in the play-in. I think they should shoot for obviously the first seed because they want to need these matchups, bro. They need favorable matchups. They can't catch the Nuggets in the first round, bro. They can't catch OKC in the first round, bro. They can't even catch Houston in the first round, bro, because Houston got great defense, bro. So listen, bro, they're gonna have to really tighten up. They really have to give it they all in the season, bro. Can they survive without LeBron in the first half of the season? I don't know, bro. We're gonna have to see. Now, another person where this season is gonna be very important for this man. Anthony Edwards, bro. Anthony Edwards is really going to have to step it up this season because guess what? They didn't make any real off-season moves, and they just lost to kill Alexander Walker. That's all they did was just lose and kill Alexander Walker. That's pretty much it. So I really think Ant is really going to have to get in his bag this year, y'all, and he really going to have to improve in that mid-range, bro. They call him Jordan. They call him Little Jordan. You feel what I'm saying? The next MJ. Just that in the third, bro. But he has yet to even shoot over 40% from the mid-range at any point of his time in the NBA. Understandable, but I'm just saying. We need to do that. He been shooting 38, 37, knocking on the door, bro. But come on, bro. I'm talking about we need you 42, 43% from the mid-range, bro. It's a big difference. I want y'all to know that's a big difference. That's a big difference. And he don't have a floater. He don't really have a mid-range jumper. There isn't a lot of Kobe and LeBron and I'm sorry, LeBron. There's not really a lot of Kobe and MJ in this man game. He can dunk, real athletic, like young Kobe, like young Mike. But as far as that mid-range and really being skilled at getting a bucket, bro, like that's what he's missing. He's missing like that go-to spot on the court. A lot of the times he just settles for that three. And y'all know how threes go, bro. Ask Boston how threes go. That's a hit or miss, bro. But that mid-range forever, bro. And I don't care what nobody say. That mid-range forever, bro. Y'all see the best scorers in the league, bro. They use the mid-range and they utilize the mid-range. I feel like that is the next step that he can take to actually get into the conversation with the Lukas and the Shays. You feel me? And those type of conversations. Because other than that, bro, he's not up there. He's making the right reads. He's definitely making the right reads. When they double team, when they get the ball out of his hands, and he passes it to the open man, the team just not there. So like I went back and I watched the playoff series between them and OKC just to see exactly what was going on with them and exactly what their shortcomings were. And you could just tell, bro, one, it's chemistry. So they're going to actually have this year a full training camp, a full season of playing with these guys, a full offseason they had of just Julius Randle, DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, and all those guys just gelling together. You heard on Media Day, Anthony Edwards was talking about how what he perceived as a championship trait was that all these teams are friendly with each other. They real together. They have a real good togetherness. They do things like Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they might have a little get-togethers here and there. You feel me? Nobody's saying they hanging out every day, but they do more stuff together. You feel me? They got a better chemistry. They build a better chemistry, better bond. So we're going to have to see if that's what he did. That's what they worked on. That helps because that is something that I definitely noticed in the postseason. There's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of miscues, obviously, with Julius Randle and DiVincenzo. And a lot of it was on the defensive end, and you can't have that against OKC. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of that even was on the offensive end where we just unforced turnovers. You can't have unforced turnovers against the best defense in the NBA. Come on. You feel me? And one of the teams with the highest net rating in NBA history. All right, you feel me? A difference of points. That's what that means. So, like, you can't have that. You feel me? You just can't have that. And that's something that they lack. So without a point guard, without, Mike Conley's ancient, bro. Mike Conley's ancient. He wasn't helping that much. He was becoming a liability out there. I don't know, bro. They just really had to step it up, bro. They had to step it up, bro. So that's all I got for y'all right there. Oh, you know what? One more thing. Because this was an interesting preseason game. We had Denver versus the LA Clippers. And one thing that I took away from this matchup right here was how deep both teams are, bro. And I just feel like they're going to be tough to beat in the playoffs. Both of these teams gonna be tough to beat in the playoffs. I like the Horns set that they was running over there with Denver. I felt like Valanciunas really will fill that role of the Jokic minutes of when they be missing Jokic. Like when Jokic's not out there on the floor, sometimes the offense is stagnant. We don't got Jamal Murray of old. You feel what I'm saying? So when you got Jamal Murray out there hobbling around out there, you know what I mean? I hurt, you know that. You feel me? You can't really shake and get loose, bro. Listen, we got Valanciunas can do some of that stuff that Jokic was doing. He was in there scoring. He was in there backing down, getting into the post. A lot of Jokic stuff, bro. As far as offense and as far as scoring, you feel me? Definitely not as far as passing the ball, playmaking, and none of that. But as far as just scoring the basketball and putting him in post up situations, we can do that, and we can survive without my man right there. So shout out to him. I like that right there. And then as far as the Clippers go, bro, they just are deep, bro. And then Zubac and James Harden, the pick and roll right there is looking crispy, bro. It's looking clean right there, bro. And then just because we had that right there, and then you got Kawhi filling in the space on the 3-point line on the perimeter, bro. It's looking nasty out there. His 3-point shot is looking crazy. I mean, come on. When the last time y'all see Kawhi Leonard in a preseason game, bro? In like 2-3 years since you see him play. Like period. Like you feel what I'm saying? So like, listen, we all get Kawhi. If we get Kawhi, bro, the whole year, I'm talking about 65 plus games, 70 games. Like, listen, the Clippers is looking dangerous, bro. The Clippers will definitely look dangerous, bro. They very seasoned over there. They're very old, bro. They're very AARP, bro. Everybody over there riding the bus for free. You feel me, gang? But listen, we'll see, bro. But that is it right there. That's my time right there. We're going to be watching the preseason. We got a lot of preseason games coming up. This is like the part of the preseason that matters, y'all, because we got one more week before the NBA. We got 7-8 days before the NBA starts. So we got a lot of preseason games coming up, man, that I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the Hawks look against Miami Heat. I just want to see how the Hawks look out there with Trae Young and those new pieces, see what Porzingis looking like over there. You feel me? Definitely looking for Wemby. Been surprising me. You know, Wemby be doing his thing out in preseason. So he out there. He played tonight. And then, you know, Cooper Flag out there is doing his thing, bro. I give it to all y'all, bro. I mean, shout out Goldie. Shout out 4-5, bro. They been telling me, bro. They was telling me, yo, he nice. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all seen it, bro. I was up here with Goldie. We was talking. We was up here live and direct, bro. And I was just like, yeah, for real, you serious? And then he put me on to somebody else too. I'm gonna have him on here, bro. Put me some young boy too that's going to Arizona State, if I'm not mistaken, bro. He nice. We're gonna talk about it. He nice. But that's my time, America. Thanks for kicking it with your boy JC. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms at AnyHoopPod 215, all platforms. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night and watch basketball.